And we are going to start now. And our live today, it's about the common misconception that people have about life insurance. Right, babe?
Yeah.
So, wanna start?
Yeah. When so many people think about life insurance, there are some people that we can call them spoilers. That somebody may give you a very, very bad idea about life insurance. So, this live broadcast, we are about to debunk some of the common myths that people are trying to communicate out there. We are about to debunk that, to tell you that everybody is a candidate for life insurance. No matter your condition, everybody is a candidate for life insurance.
Yeah, there's always a policy for everybody.
You should meet a qualified professional that will be able to structure one for you. Because they will say, maybe I have a pre-existing condition. I may not qualify for a life insurance policy. That is a lie. Everybody can get a policy. It all depends. Your premium may be different, but everybody from young to old can all qualify for a life insurance policy. Even if you are above 60, we should not be selfish. You can get a life insurance policy for yourself. Maybe it's the final expenses. So that if you are not there tomorrow, you don't have to put a heavy burden on your family. We all know one day something may happen. And I was going through my inbox. Somebody wrote me and said, why do I need a life insurance policy? Like, because the kids, the life insurance policy is just going to make the kids to be lazy. That's a lie. That's a lie. We cannot be that selfish that you think that maybe because when you die, your kids are going to benefit something from you. That is abject wickedness. Because the kind of life we are going through today, we suffer, but we bring forth kids. And when we bring forth kids, we want the best for them, even when we are no longer alive. We cannot say to ourselves, because I suffered, so the kids are also going to suffer. You don't know what's going to happen to them. Okay, let's take, for example, you buy a house in America. The bank has given you 30 years or 15 years to pay off that mortgage. The comfort you are living in is not only for you, it's for the kids. What if you are not there tomorrow to pay that bill? Trust me, the bank is going to kick your kids out of that house. And you don't want to die knowing that the kids that you brought forth into this world, they are going to be on the streets. How can we be that heartless to think like that? No. They did not ask themselves to come into this world. We brought them in. We brought them in, and because we brought them in, it is our responsibility to guarantee a financial protection for these kids. It may be a different kind of investment vehicle. I'm not going to talk about that because I am not licensed to talk about that kind of investment vehicle. But I'm licensed to talk about a life insurance policy. And some of the common misconceptions that people are making about life insurance policy. The first one we are going to talk about is life insurance is too expensive. You say something about that?
Yeah, like why would you say life insurance is too expensive? Some people go to like, let's take for example, you go to the bar and you say, "Oh, I'm giving my friends," like you give everybody a drink. Of course, by the time you leave the bar, your beer is like about $500. But you could get a life insurance policy for like what, $50 a month for up to what?
$1 million.
$1 million. Well, depending on your age and depending on your gender and also your health condition. But why would you say life insurance is so expensive? How much do we buy a cup of coffee a day? Multiply that by 30 and you see how much it costs you. So we should avoid the fact, or we should stop saying life insurance is too expensive, because this is your life, this is your family, this is the future of the kids that we bring to this world. You don't want to leave them to suffer.
Yeah, would like say life insurance is expensive. It is not expensive, and the best time for you to get life insurance is when you're in your 20s and in your 30s, because at that point in time your premiums is going to be very lower. It is not expensive for you. Like I would say, you can get $1 million policy in your 20s or in your 30s. And your premium may not be even more than $50 a month, but you are covered. Yeah. So now is the best time for you to get life insurance policy. And take note, life insurance policy is not expensive. It is not. When you meet a qualified professional that can structure one for you, you realize that you can actually afford it. Life insurance is not expensive. Another misconception people are talking about is life insurance is only for funeral and burial related costs. Say something about that.
Yeah. So what I have to say about that is there are different type of life insurance policies. It depends on which one you go for. Life insurance, you could use that for medical expenses. You could use that for your mortgage. You could use that for bills. It depends on which policy you go into. And also, some life insurance policies are also like a form of investment. So it's not always about your funeral. It's life. They say it's a life. It's life.
If you are diagnosed with cancer today, if you have a stroke, you cannot go to work again, but you are living. You are not dead. You are living. If you don't have a policy like the kind of policy that they structure for you, let's say you have maybe an index universal whole life or a term life with living benefits, that can actually kick in when you have a terminal illness. You have cancer. Your prognosis may not be good. The doctor may tell you that you may have just 5 years to live. You want the quality of your end of days to be superb. You don't want to be diagnosed with a terminal illness, then you don't have money. You will suffer. And you think you are going to commit suicide? No. You may try it and it doesn't work, and you will end up some kind of paralyzed in the hospital. You are not dying. You are living, but you are suffering. But if you had a policy, like a term life with living benefits, if you had that was able to kick in when you have that terminal diagnosis, or maybe your prognosis are not good, you will live your last days on earth in an enjoyable fashion. Okay? Life insurance is not for funeral or death or burial related issues. It's your life you are protecting. We don't want to be that selfish. Like we will say, some of my African brothers will say, if I sick, I die, who cares? If una not bury me, I'ma die, but it go cement for una. You are that wicked if you are thinking like that. You need a policy for yourself because I know you can afford it now. Buy one for yourself. Cover your last days. Do not be a burden on your families. Okay, you have the money now, you can buy one. It is not expensive. Buy one for yourself now, and so you have peace of mind. Life insurance is peace of mind. Yeah. It is peace of mind. Once you know you are paying for your premium, you are not expecting yourself that something is going to happen to you today. But what if something happens? What if something happens? If it happens, you will cry, had I known.
Like, you don't know when something is going to happen.
That time it's going to be too late because you are going in now for maybe a life insurance policy with an already existing medical condition. The policy that you would have gotten some time ago, as I am preaching to you now, that buy yourself a policy. If you heed to my advice and buy yourself a policy now, you will not regret it tomorrow. Why should you be beating your body? You are going to work every day, every day. How much are you making from your savings in a bank? How much? You don't have a life insurance policy. Okay. You have health insurance policy. Yes. You will get sick. And the only unavoidable thing in this life is that you will die one day. You can never stop it. You will die one day. We are not praying that you will die today, you will die tomorrow, but that day is going to come. We should not be scared to talk about it. Or even before that happens, you may become critically sick in such a way that the death is not coming. But if you had a policy, the policy is going to help you alleviate some of that suffering. You are not going to be begging for a place to live, relying on the state to take care of you. The doctors are only going to prescribe you medications that the state can cover. You don't have anything. You don't have money. You don't have money. So at that point in time, you're going to be relying on the GoFundMe. And the GoFundMe, like I said the other day, is the glorified way of begging. Holding placards on the street. Please, and I need help. Could you help me? You are a beggar. You are a beggar.
And also, don't be that coach on the news that was that they put a GoFundMe for the other day. Just a few days ago, there was a coach that I saw on the news that they had a GoFundMe account for. The people are contributing, but you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person.
Yeah, what she's saying is there was an insurance coach just like me. Whoever, but that person, of course, you are coaching others, but you don't have a backup for yourself. I will tell you that I have a policy. That's why I'm confident to encourage everybody to have one. Even if it is that small, even if it's just $300,000, it is something. Because when you are not there tomorrow to foot those bills, you have little kids, you still have mortgage to pay. Or maybe if they want to sell their house and go for a smaller building, fine, they can do that, but they are sure that it did not just go like that. No. You need one for yourself. Even if it's just $300, you don't need to be to have a life insurance policy of $1 million. No. If you can afford $1 million policy, fine. And the best time for you to go is now. Now that you know you don't have any pre-existing medical condition. For your kids, the best time for it is now. Another misconception people talk about with life insurance policy is, I have to take a medical exam.
Wow.
It's very scary. Yeah, I have to take a medical exam. Not all policies require you to take a medical exam. Not all policies.
And not all insurance companies.
And of course, not all insurance companies are even going to ask you to take a medical exam. There may be some medical questions that you will answer. And based on that medical question, they are going to give you a verdict if they are giving you the policy or they are not giving you the policy. But there are advantages of medical exam, because if you do a medical exam and you're in proper health, your premium is going to be lower. You can have a good policy and your premium is lower. If you have a medical condition, of course, your premium is going to be high because they consider you like a time risk.
What about also you thinking it of a way of a medical checkup? Like if you did the medical exam and also then they find like something that something is wrong with you, it's better early than never. Like if you found something early, it's easier to treat than you waiting and it gets to a chronic stage where you can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Another misconception they talk about with life insurance policy, the next one we're going to be talking about is life insurance policy is only for those who have dependents. Like if you don't have a child or you are not married, you don't have somebody that is going to survive after you die, then you don't need a life insurance policy. No. You can have some outstanding debts that you die without paying those debts. You don't want people to be talking about you. You're a gentleman, you're a lady. You don't want people to be talking about you after you have gone to the other side of life and you leave outstanding debts. People are talking about you. This man lived and died like a debtor. I have not been there. I don't know how I'm going to feel if I die with an outstanding debt. But if I have a life insurance policy, that life insurance policy can help cover for those outstanding debts. And if you don't have one, you may decide to build some kind of a charitable trust and donate your assets. You don't have family, that doesn't mean there are people out there that need help. You can donate your assets to a charitable organization. Because you don't have dependents, that doesn't mean you cannot help others. We should not be that selfish. Okay? The next one again is that you talk about life insurance policy. Some people will tell you that they already have a group life insurance policy at work. That's a big time misconception. Life insurance policy at work can only cover 2 or 3 times your annual salary. It is really not worth it. It is good, but it is really not worth it. Because there are some situations that can arise. You may lose your job. And when you lose your job, you are not going to be covered. Another situation, again, if something happens to you when you are not at the workplace, if something happens to you when you are not at the workplace, depending on the terms and conditions of that group term life insurance, if there was a clause there that you must be at work before that policy is going to kick in, if you had a crisis somewhere not on the job site, that your group term life policy will not even cover you. Yeah, you are dependent, will explain, you go explain, tire, no evidence. That's how we say it. You go explain, tire, no evidence. Nobody's going to help you. Because you are overlooking the benefits of a real life insurance policy for yourself. It's not only group term life insurance policy that you will live, that you actually need. You need your own independent, permanent, or term life with living benefits insurance. I'll have a talk about stay-home parents. Some people think that because maybe you have a wife at work. No, you have a wife at home. That wife is taking care of the kids. You think because they are not working, like they are not actually getting a paycheck, that means they don't need life insurance. They need it. I'll have a talk about stay-home parents.
For sure, they do need the life insurance policy. Like, let's say, for example, if your wife is at home, she's taking care of the house, she's taking care of the kids and making sure they go to school, they eat, the house is clean, your laundry is done, like so many stuff she's doing. Okay, what if something happens to her, him or her, whoever is at home? What if something happened to them? Guess what? You're gonna need to start paying for those services, or you're gonna have to stop working to do those things. So we definitely need to insure our spouses, even if they are a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah, stay-home parents, they also need life insurance policy.
Yes, they do.
Because if you want to qualify or monetize the kind of work that they do, if they are taking care of kids, that's a daycare. How much is daycare? If you go put a child in a daycare, how much is that? It is not easy. They clean, they cook. They do so many things. So their duties it's not lesser important than you going to work. And trust me, I have tried it though. What they do at home, like men, you cannot survive it. It is not easy. It is not easy. Just give yourself a day at home with the kids. Trust me, you will tell her that, please, honey, just stay home, let me go to work. Because yeah, just stay home, let me go to work. Because with work, at least you are dealing with adults there, so it's like the kids, it's something else. The kids, it's something else. Family life with these little ones, it's harder. Another myth that I'm trying to debunk here today again is because of youthful exuberance, some of these young people think they are too young to buy life insurance policy. You are making a mistake. The time for you to buy a life insurance policy is now. Do not wait. Buy it now. If you are in your 30s, buy it now. Before you have a health complication tomorrow that comes with old age. At that time, the kind of policy that you will get, you will say, had I known, I would have bought my own policy a long time ago, because your premium is going to stay the same.
Yeah, which is the best part about it.
As long as you live. Even if you become a millionaire tomorrow, the policy that you have, you bought it at a very, very young age. They locked that in for you because they knew you were young, very healthy. So you are paying very small money. Share, tell your friends, tell your brothers, tell your family members, tell them the time for them to buy life insurance policy is now. I am encouraging every one of you, everybody, go get yourself one structured. You don't only need a 401k. No. You need a life insurance policy. Either as an investment vehicle or a term life with living benefits.
Protection.
It's a protection. It's a financial strategy. Get yourself one. You can never regret it.
No.
It's a very, very good thing. It is good news. The next misconception that we are about to debunk here again, it's still in relation to age. Because of youthful exuberance, you say maybe you are too young to buy life insurance policy and nothing's going to happen to you. You still have life to enjoy, all those kind of stories. No. Or maybe you made that mistake and then now you have become old. You say you are too old to buy life insurance policy. No. There is a policy for everybody. Old, young, pre-existing medical condition, there is a policy for you. You just need to meet a financial professional,
which we are.
A qualified one, which we are, yeah. A qualified one that can structure a life insurance policy for you according to your situation. Or if you are above 60, come to us. We'll get you a policy.
Let me say something about that.
Okay.
All right. You're saying you're too young or you're too old. Sickness doesn't have an age. Accidents doesn't have an age limit to attack. You're in your 20s, you drive a car. You're in your 20s, you could get cancer or something. There are other sicknesses that happens that doesn't discriminate what age you are. So I think we all need to protect ourselves and our families now.
Yeah, we all do need that life insurance policy, no matter your age, old or young. There is a policy for you out there. We can always get you one, even if you have a pre-existing medical condition. Some people may think that because I have a pre-existing medical condition, I will be disqualified from life insurance policy. That's an erroneous conception. That is a misconception. You having a pre-existing medical condition doesn't mean you cannot qualify for a life insurance policy. There is a policy for you. I can guarantee you that. Everybody can have a life insurance policy. Everybody. Your life insurance policy must not be the same like mine. Or your life insurance policy must not be the same like ours. Yeah, of course, we will say it depends on your age and gender, pre-existing medical condition. You may be disqualified for some, but there is a policy out there for you. Come to us, we will structure one for you. Do not be scared. There is always a policy for you. Sick, young, or old. Life insurance policy is an all-inclusive something. It welcomes everybody. She just wrote a policy on a colleague at work the other day. She too was scared that she is not going to have one, but she got one. Every day we are closing in on deals. You may think that you are not qualified for that, but there is a policy out there for you. Talking about you, I know what I'm saying. There is a policy out there for you. Okay? Talk about this one. Some people may think that maybe it's a 401k. Yeah, that's...
Go ahead, introduce it.
Yeah, it's like people may think that maybe a 401k it's better.
So, like, if you talk about but some people think that because they have 401k, and then like when I introduce IUL to them, because a lot of people compare IULs to 401k. Your 401k is good. Yeah. But let's compare those two. With 401k, you put your money like your employers are making money out of it, just so you know. The bank is making money out of that, just so you know. But you put your money in an account, they put it in the stock market. The market goes up, you make money, of course. The market goes down, you lose money. Everybody who have a 401k knows that. So what happens if you're 65 years old and you're getting ready to retire and that money, the stock market is down? Let's say this year you're 64 and your account is about $100,000. And then there comes next year, you're 65, you're about to retire, and the market is down to like 60,000. How happy will you be with that account? But now if we compare that to IUL, which you're putting your money into an account where you participate in the gains in the market and you're protected when the market goes down. The market goes up, you're making your money, but when the market is down, your money, your account is blocked. You don't make the losses, you don't participate in the losses. So let's say, okay, you're 64 today, this year, and then you have your 100, like we said. Next year, the market goes down, it's locked at that $100,000. You don't go down. Guess what? You still retire with your 100,000, not 60,000. So please do not compare those two together. Plus 401k, you're not taxed now. You're putting your money into you're paying a tax-free money, which will be taxed later. So anybody watching me now, if we all can say, or I'm going to say it, taxes has never been lower in this country. There's never been a year that they said, oh, we're going to reduce taxes. I might be wrong, but if anybody know about that, you might say it down in the comment. If there's been a year where they said, oh, we're dropping taxes. So why are you saying, oh, I'm going to put my money today tax-free, where taxes are lower, to be taxed later when the taxes are higher? Why do you want to do that to yourself? Why do you feel that is better? How about you let them tax that money now? You put it in an account where you're going to make interest. You make interest on that money, and that money is tax-free. You're going to make interest in your 401k, and that interest is still going to be taxed. You put your money in a bank account, you're saving your money in a bank account, the bank is only giving you 0.02% or whatever, and that 0.02%, it's also being taxed. How about put this money in an IUL? You make a 5%, well, an average of 5%, and guess what? It is tax-free. This is what the rich are doing, guys. And it's only if we are educated about it that we know. So we have made it our goal, and it's Operation No Family Left Behind.
Thank you. It is Operation No Family Left Behind. Our eyes have opened.
Yes.
We are not selfish. We are encouraging everybody to open their eyes also and see the importance of buying a life insurance policy. We are licensed to talk about it. We are life insurance policy producers. We can structure one for you. We can structure a life insurance policy for you.
And if you're interested in being a partner with us, we're welcoming everybody.
Yep.
Everyone in the US, Canada, and Mexico.
Mexico. If you are in Canada, if you are in Mexico, if you are in the United States, you can partner with us. You would like to become an agent, we can guide you through that process.
Yep.
It's very easy. It takes only about a week or two.
Yeah. And you have a state license.
And voila, you got a state license.
You got a free training. We have a school that, like, it's a school-like type. If you're not the kind that likes to study by yourself, so it's a school. Or if you don't even have your time, if you don't have the time for that, do you have a one-on-one coach to see you through the learning process to go take your state board exam?
I was a teacher.
Yes.
And I continue to be a teacher.
Barrister.
I can teach you. It's very easy. You will understand. You will take the state board and you will pass it. It's very easy because I will go only for what you need. The laws, when it comes to insurance laws, there are so many of them. You cannot just learn them all on the same day. No. Once you become an agent, you will continue. You will educate yourself. You will read books. You will read new laws. But the training it itself, we are just going to give you the basics for you to pass that state board exam. When you pass it,
we do the internet training.
When you pass it, then it's going to be on you now to make sure you educate yourself, because you don't want to be telling people about something you don't know about. You don't know anything about it. You need to be confident that if somebody comes to you that, okay, Luis, I would like to buy a life insurance policy for myself. What are my options? Because you have studied the material, you are good to go. That's why it's always nice. In the United States, before they even give you a license, they know that you are satisfactorily prepared for that. Because you go take a state board exam, it's under camera. You don't cheat. If you fail, then you have to go retake the exam again. You have to study. And make sure you take the exam and pass it. Okay? I am confident that if you come to me, you're asking me about life insurance policy questions, I will answer you. Both of us are licensed.
Yes.
She got her license first. I took mine on a later date. So if your questions are not answered by me, she will answer them. If we don't have time to answer them, maybe on the live session, or maybe if you try to DM us, we are going to book a one-on-one, a Zoom meeting. And all of your questions will be answered. And the best thing when it comes to our Zoom meeting is that we are actually going to be able to share our page. We'll put in numbers. We are not just going to be talking like this. We are going to be showing you something for you to see it. Yes. You will see your options. You will know that what they are saying is, if you put in this figure, put in this, put in this, put in this, this is what you are going to come out with. This is what you are going to pay for your own life insurance policy. Zoom meeting is always the best option. I am available. She is available. We also work. I am a nurse. She is a nurse. Yeah. We know duty calls, but a lot of the time we have to create time for this. Okay? We have to create time for this.
Let's protect our families, guys.
Yeah.
It is Operation No Family Left Behind. We brought these kids out here. We're gonna protect them. We're gonna make them financially stable. We're gonna make them $1 million babies. Yes.
You need it.
You gotta start from when they're young. The better option. That's the best option, is when they're young. When they're a little older, okay, let's say you didn't know about it, whatever age they are, let's get it started.
I want to talk about this other misconception. Yeah. Some people think that life insurance policy is only for the wealthy. No. It is for everybody. You must not be a rich person for you to have a life insurance policy. Life insurance policy is for all. It is not for the rich. In fact, it is from zero class to the rich class.
We say it's for the rich, probably because we are not educated about it. People say it's for the rich because they're not educated about it. The rich are using it to be richer. The rich are putting money into this account to make money and make it tax-free. So why don't you take this advantage as well and be rich? Use what you have to get more. Like I told somebody the other day, they were saying, oh, they're not ready for retirement. They don't have money for retirement. I'm like, do you know you can actually buy money for your retirement? Yes, that is what an IUL is. Buy your retirement.
I want to give a situation here. A very good reason for you to have a permanent life insurance policy. Some of us have kids with disability. These kids, you know, they cannot help themselves. You are buying yourself a life insurance policy because what if something happens to you tomorrow? And then you have a child with disability. You need help to care for that child. If you don't have a life insurance policy and then you have a child with disability, if you are not there tomorrow, come on, think about it. You were taking care of this child with disability, and something happens to you tomorrow, you're gone. And then that child is still living. You need a policy, create a trust that if you are not there tomorrow, there is somebody, you appoint a trustee, there is somebody that can manage your assets once you are gone because of that child with disability. We are not that wicked to just leave our children. We brought them forth into this world. We did not decide for them to have a living condition, a disability, maybe autism or something that you know that child cannot help himself or herself. That child, it's not going to be able. Even if you think the child is going to be in foster home, it is your responsibility to make sure that child is taken care of once you are no longer there. It is your responsibility. Because people are going to abuse that child when you are no longer there. Terrible things may happen, but if you had a backup, you had a life insurance policy for yourself, you appoint a trustee, you are gone, but you know deep inside that child with disability is still going to be living a decent life. A decent life. Nobody's going to abuse that child. No. But if you leave the child in poverty, what kind of care do you think that child is going to have? What kind of care? We don't know tomorrow. I may be talking today. The next minute, they are telling you stories about me. Even if my life insurance policy is not a big figure, but I have peace of mind that if I'm not there tomorrow, there is something. There is something that the kids can fall back on before the bank kick them off my house and they are on the streets. That's my only backup. That's the peace of mind I say I have. Because if you think you are going to save money, or maybe you can try yourself on some business, fine. If you think you are going to save money and then that your money, that your savings is just enough for your family when you are no longer there, it's a lie. How much interest do you make from keeping your money inside the bank? How much?
And do you know the banks are even taking that same money?
They're making more money off you.
More money off of it. Yeah.
They're making money off you. You work so hard, you get a paycheck, you put it in the bank, The bank will tell you that they are keeping your money. You are giving them your money to go make money. They make more, and then they come and pay you 0.2 in interest. In a year, 12 months, you have $10,000.
We'll try that.
How much? I've tried that. I know. How much? You look at your interest from that money, you say, oh, these people, they are using you.
That's what, like you put money, you put your money there. They give you 0.02%, but then they take your same money, put it in an account where they make a $5 interest in it. Like
they take your money, they loan it to other companies. People are paying the bank interest because the bank is going to charge a lot on that money that they are loaning somewhere. It is your money, but they are giving it to somebody else. That person is going to use your money and then pay the bank. And then in return for the bank to pay you now, the bank is just going to give you peanuts. After all, they will tell you that they are keeping your money for you. This is about we
have credit cards. Everybody have credit cards. You know how much percent interest you pay on
your
of
course,
cards.
yeah.
Yes, you know. Yeah.
Talk about this last one, this last misconception there.
Wow.
Some people may also think that your life insurance policy should just be like twice your annual salary. If you are making $75,000 or if you are making $100,000, then your life insurance policy should be $200,000. Come on.
All right, guys.
Are you scared?
Why should you be scared? We've been sick in this country. We've been to the hospital. You know how much your medical bills can be. You know how much your mortgage is. You know how much your student loan is. You know how much your credit card bills are. Count that. Calculate all that. Is it just twice your annual salary?
It is not.
It's how much you're owing on your house. It's how much you're owing on your car. It's your credit card bill. It's your medical. Let's say maybe you got sick or had an accident and died at the hospital. Do you think that the medical bill your family is going to have to pay, including your debt, your mortgage, and every other thing, is just going to be twice your annual salary?
And it's going to your dependents now will just go.
What about your children's school fees?
Yeah, because let me tell you one thing, guys. If you are not there today, right? I want to tell you something. If you are not there today, if something happens to you today, or let's put it clearly, if you die, you see that your bank account? You see that bank account that you think you have? Once you die, the bank is going to freeze it. The government will freeze it until you pay off all your debts. Yeah. They will freeze your bank account. If you have credit card bills and everything, they will have to make sure everything is settled.
Before the rest can go
to your family.
But guess which account? Which account is not going to be frozen, guys?
Your life insurance.
Your life insurance. It's a life product. That is the only account that the government doesn't go through.
They cannot touch it.
401k will be touched, though, just so you know.
You think they can just give you a loan, maybe credit card bills, and then you die? You think, sorry, there's nothing free in this country. There's nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
There's nothing free here. If you cover your eyes today, your bank account is going to be frozen. All your outstanding debts, they have to make sure everything is settled. They pay it off before, if there is any left, if there remains, then the remains can go now to your family. But if you have a good life insurance policy, nobody touches that. 100% that money, that policy value goes to your family. Nobody touches it. Nobody. That's the truth. Okay? So we have come to what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying now to debunk these misconceptions. Just to educate people that life insurance policy is very important. We all need it. Some people don't know. That's why we are doing this live session. I did not know also that if I die today, my bank account and everything is going to be frozen. If you go into the course, you will understand that the only time your money is not going to be touched when you die is if you have a life insurance policy. Your bank account will be frozen. You have credit card debt, you have to pay for that. You think they will give you money, you spend it, and then you die, and then you have money in the bank. They will use that your money to pay off those debts. They will use it all. And if there is any remains, okay, then that remain now can go to your family. If there are no remains, okay, nothing goes to your family. Nobody's going to pity you there. But life insurance policy, if you have a $500,000 policy, it is not easy. How many of us have $500,000 in the bank right now in this country? Yeah. How many? We are not going to be that selfish thinking that because we don't have it today, we cannot leave it tomorrow for our kids. No, we should be that lovely parents that when you know you are gone tomorrow, there is a legacy that you will leave behind. What's your legacy? What's your legacy that you leave behind for your kids? What is it? You are not a kind of a selfish dad or a selfish mom that you don't want to leave anything. Because according to some, they say, no, it's just going to make their kids lazy. It's a lie. They have mortgage to pay when you are not there. They may still be in college. If you have a policy, maybe by the time something happens to you, they are already well-to-do, they are working, they are fine. That doesn't mean you did not need that policy. No, you needed that policy because you have to be covered. When you're going to work, you have to be confident. Not that you are just going to work. You don't know what can happen to you tomorrow. If something happens, it's a big time regret. Yeah, it's a big time regret. Even if it's just small, get a life insurance policy. Even if it's just for a little amount, get it. Don't end up where something's going to happen to you tomorrow and then they start putting a GoFundMe. That please, we need some money in order to do the funeral ceremony of this person. You are dead, you are becoming a burden to others. But a responsible man gets a life insurance policy now. A responsible person gets a life insurance policy now because if you are not there tomorrow, you don't become a burden. You don't become a burden. They will go into a policy. Your final expenses is going to be taken care of.
Your mortgages will be taken care of.
Your mortgages is going to be taken care of.
No one is going to worry about, oh, your house is going to be gone because you're dead.
Yep.
Your children's school fee will be paid. Your credit card bills will be paid. Like, what else can you do? What else? Like, you leave a generational wealth behind.
Yep. The kids still carry your name. You know that? Yeah. It is your name. To ask who are these kids? These are the kids of Mr. Su. Mr. Su, who passed away 2 years ago. Are they miserable?
How does that look now?
If they are miserable, the regret that you are going to have in the grave, you will regret it.
Yeah.
You are not selfish. You leave a legacy for them.
So let's try to fix it now, guys. Let's try.
There is time to do that.
Let's try.
The time is now.
Now, right now. Yes. People will be asking when is the right time to buy insurance. The time is now. The time is now. Because you don't know what you will find out in your next doctor's appointment anyway.
You don't know.
What if you got yourself, you wrote yourself a policy right now, and then tomorrow you say, oh, I had a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and then You went to the doctor's appointment and they say, "Oh, your blood, your result doesn't look well. This is happening. This is going on. This."
Yeah, we do
Just a
blood work
normal
every day.
A1C, even. It's even the thing that, like, you don't know when, just when something is gonna go wrong.
Yeah, when you do blood work, you don't know. You don't know. Things might change.
Yeah. So why don't you get that policy now that you don't know? Let's say now that you don't know, now that nobody knows, because sometimes we're walking, we don't even know what we're sick of or what we have in us. You might have something right now and you don't know it. You might be sick of something now and you don't know it. Why not get it now? You don't know what will happen to you when you get into your car the next minute to go to the grocery store, to go to work.
The street is crazy. We are in America. We hear about all this mass shooting. That's something that people are not even thinking about.
Yes, that's even the.
You go shop at Walmart. You go to the store. Somebody can come into that store. I don't know if it's going to be out of frustration. Bang, 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 bang. You did not plan that. That's how you were going to end that day. You did not plan. Nobody knew. You just went to the store very healthy. But the crazy guy just coming out of frustration or out of what? And there is a mass shooting, and God forbid you are among the victims and you die.
And that's the point with those that say I'm too young.
The street is crazy.
Yes.
God forbid, and something happens to you like that. That's why you need a backup life insurance policy, because you don't know. Even if you are at work, crazy things happen. Crazy things happen. You need a policy today. You need a policy today. Touch me in my DM. I can structure one for you. It is not a maybe. It is a now. It is a now. It's now that you need it. I'm confident telling you that. We are confident telling you that you need a policy now.
Yes, you do.
Okay?
And we need partners to join us on this journey to educate families. We need partners.
Any questions so far?
Yes, well, time to answer questions.
Any questions so far? Or maybe you want to book an appointment, you can reach me in my DM. For those who have my number, you can text me. We can make an appointment for you. Any question, guys? What kind of policy are you looking at? Is it a permanent life? Or is it term life with living benefits? Because that's what I encourage everybody to have. Yes. Term life with living benefits. Because yes, if you are diagnosed with a terminal illness like cancer or stroke, you still need money to pay for your bills. You are not working. Healthcare is not free. No. We are living in a capitalist country. Healthcare is not free. You still need money to pay for your bills. They don't care if you were working before. You don't want to depend on social security. How much is that? Is that going to be able to feed you? Talk less of paying your healthcare bills if you are not able to work again? Only a life insurance policy can help you do that. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I'll have her end the live session.
Thank you all. Thank you
I turn my
very
back.
much. Thank you very much for joining us today. Like he said, if you need anything, just slide onto our DMs. We have links there that you can actually go on a website and run a quote for yourself. If you have issues, you contact us. You go to the link is on our DM. If you want to join us as partner to do this, contact us, and we will get you on board. Thank you very much. Thank you all, and bye.